We're at Mitchell Canyon State Park today, which is only just a few miles from where I live in Brentwood. This is the trail, the Black Point Trail, there's about a 1,300 foot elevation gain here. But as you can see, this is Mitchell Canyon, this area here. Off in the distance is the one of the peaks to Mount Diablo State Park, so it's a pretty good hike going up there. I've done that before, and it's pretty strenuous. But as you can see, this is a pretty expansive canyon, and this is actually part of Mount Diablo State Park. And those peaks there's the one there is the South Peak of Mount Diablo State Park, and then up in that area, just right over the ridge there is Eagle Peak, and that's Clayton Valley there. And we're going to go up and over this Black Point Trail, and supposedly there were some mines in the area, copper mining, and I don't know if we'll see any of those or not, but they are here scattered throughout the park. But as you can see, it's a pretty good hike. Like I said, just came up this trail, and we will continue on up the trail here, and we'll get up to the peak. And I think there's another pretty good lookout up here that you can see the canyon, and may be able to see the Golden Gate Bridge from here. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, we just came up that trail there from where we were just a few minutes ago, and we're almost to the summit here of this particular mountain. This is the view of the other side of the mountain. That's actually Walnut Creek, Concord, Martinez, all the area there, and then you can see that's part of the waterways that go to the San Francisco Bay out in the distance. But very peaceful up here. I really like this. First time I've been on this trail, so just high amongst the chaparral here. This whole mountainside is covered in chaparral, and we'll just keep going here. See if we can find that overlook. Looks like a sign there. That might be it. What does that say? Yeah, summit of Black Point. We'll go here. And I'll rejoin you when we get back up there. Okay, we're headed to the summit here of the Black Point Trail. A little out of breath. Here we are, elevation 1791. A little bit windy up here. Really nice view here. Maybe getting some wind noise in the camera if it is. Sorry about that. Pretty cool place. Like I said, it's really remote up here. I've only seen one other person. The parking lot's full. I think they're more on the more popular trails. The Eagle Peak Trail is probably the most popular in the park here, and But since I hadn't been on this one before, I thought I'd take it and see. And I am pleasantly surprised. And it's well worth the hike up here. Now we'll probably start working our way back down on the other side of this mountain, get back to the Deer Flat Trail, and we'll see what we can see down there. I don't really know if you can tell in the film here, but the horizon right there, you might possibly see a little bit of a white streak. That's the snow-covered Sierra Mountains, which are a couple of 100 miles away. So it's pretty neat to see that from here. And here we go. We'll join back with you here shortly. And we'll take a short walk back down to the regular trail here if I don't fall. Very, very nice hike. Ground's a little wet here. We've seen some few small little landslides and some trees across the trail that had to be climbed over. But that's all part of the experience. As we make our way back down through the chaparral here, we'll get back to the Black Point Trail. This is actually it's called the Black Point Summit Trail, which is very short. But we're going to backtrack and get back on the trail and start our descent back into the canyon. And hopefully we'll see some interesting things along the way. Okay, we'll be getting there shortly. Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, this area here was very well mined. You know, the black diamond mines that I normally go to, that and all of this area was known as the Mount Diablo coal fields. And I think actually Black Diamond probably had the most coal mining. But all of this area is known for the coal. But then it sort of changed over the years and started mining sand. But along the way, there were also some copper deposits discovered here, mainly here in this particular area of Mount Diablo and Mitchell Canyon. I guess it's probably been 5 or 6 years since I've been up here. I've hiked 2 or 3 of the other trails. I just hadn't gotten back over here, but I got to thinking, looking at some of the trails on Google Earth, and I thought, well, this looks like an interesting trail. So I think I'll go. Here I am. So we're getting back on the regular trail here. We want to go left, which would be this way. We'll see what we can see. Coming down the backside of this mountain, it's very beautiful, especially again this time of year when everything's green here in California. But I could just turn this back on so you could see this. It's so very beautiful. See the green pastures during the summer and the fall, and part of the winter, all of that's just brown dead weeds. But usually when November, December rolls around and we start getting rains here. This past few years we've had drought and not much rain, but I guess the past 2 years or so, not including this year, we have really gotten a lot of rain, and sort of getting ourselves out of the, well, we're not getting ourselves out of the drought, the good Lord's getting us out of the drought here. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But as you can see, this is just absolutely stunning. We've gone around the mountain and we're back into where Mitchell Canyon is now again, and I had read up somewhere back here, I don't know where, but we're coming up on a particular area where there could possibly be a old copper mine. Probably the chances of finding it are probably going to be very slim, but in all of this chaparral, unless it just jumps out and grabs me. But somehow I don't think that's going to happen. But it doesn't matter. This here, like I said a little earlier, is well worth the time. And the $6 it cost to park here. So just absolutely beautiful. I've only seen one other person here on this trail today, and even though the parking lot is, like I said, it's full, everybody's going toward the more popular trails, but I'll stick with the quiet trails that produce some solitude. So nice. So you can really see everything really well here. And there again, there's a canyon, the backside of Mount Diablo. Not the tallest mountain in the state, but from what I understand, just with the way the terrain is arranged here with Mount Diablo, they say you can see more of the state from I think it's 3,850 feet or something like that. The summit of Mount Diablo, you can actually see more of the state of California than you can from the Sierras. Because it's the ground around it is only about 50 to 100 feet in elevation, whereas around, you've got 12,000, 13,000 foot peaks in the Sierras. But it's a gradual rise getting there, so you're not really going to get the sensation of being way up in altitude because of that. I mean, you can drive 60, 70 miles before you'll climb 8,000 feet in 50, 60, maybe 70 miles. But you don't feel like you're really going up in elevation. You don't get that sensation like you do places like this. And even though this mountain is dwarfed when compared to the Sierras, you actually can see more from the summit when you go up there. So it's pretty cool to have right here in our backyard. So I'm going to switch it off for a few minutes and we'll see what else we can see. Just when I thought I wasn't going to find anything, I think I may have found where the opening was to a copper mine. This right here is waste rock. And where would a waste rock be coming from? Only from a mine. And I think it's up in here, from what I can tell. A little bit brushy up in here. I believe that is a mine opening. That's looking sharply downward. There's a little bit of an opening at the top. It looks like this dirt here has been pushed over in front of this opening. I'll say that this is a mine opening, or was a mine opening. One of the copper mines here at Mitchell Canyon State Park. Right there. That's cool. Of course, I imagine if you could get in there, it would be very dangerous, but just merely finding it is a cool thing. That is cool. And this is just sort of where it's situated, just nestled in this little valley here. So yeah, very cool find. So it just looks like this dirt has been pushed in. This doesn't look natural. And that is a hole, and there has been mining here. So I've got to believe that this is the site of one of the copper mines. So very cool. Let's see if I can get back out of here. It's a little bit brushy. A lot of loose rocks. That was worth the whole thing there. Even though, see how this looks? It just doesn't look the same as just the regular trail. This looks like waste rock. It may not be, that particular mine may not be that big based on the amount of waste rock here, but you know, I think that's what it is. Okay, let's get on down the trail here. We got to find the red road down here somewhere. It's a trail called the Red Road. This is, of course, is the Black Point Trail, and it's supposed to dead end into the red road, and the Red Road will take me back over to Deer Flat Road, which will take me back to the parking lot. So this is a nice, good outing, good Saturday outing. Maybe some more. This looks like waste rock too. Anyway, we'll continue to look. We made it back to the Red Road here. This is a easy flat trail that'll get us back to the car. Just noticing this trees down. The recent storms we've had. Some of these trees are really old and not in the greatest of shape, and then they fall like this. It's another obstacle to make my way around here. And as you can see, we're getting back down into the bottom of the canyon now. And like I said, it shouldn't be too much farther to the main trail, which will take us back to the car. That trail that we were on, where we looked at the mine at it there, it was pretty treacherous. And what was part of that was really steep. So had to be careful. You get somebody like me, my age, fall down something like that, I wouldn't stop till I got back to town. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. As you can see, these are good wide trails here, good clean trails, other than the tree back there. But we'll see. Talk to you later. We'll have to come back soon, and I can maybe take you up the Eagle Peak Trail It's very scenic, and it's way up there. One interesting tidbit here: one of the trails here at the Mitchell Canyon is called the Bruce Lee Trail. Evidently, Bruce Lee may have lived in Clayton for a short period of time, and for those of you that don't know who Bruce Lee was probably the greatest martial arts fighter ever. But anyway, it's just sort of interesting. They've got a trail named after him, and the fact that he I think, lived out here for just a short period of time. I think he was in San Francisco for the most part, but must have lived out here for just a little bit. Anyway, talking about mines, also on the Eagle Peak Trail, there's supposedly some mines adits up there too. Whether they're accessible or not, as far as just being able to see where they were, I don't know. That one that we looked at today, if I hadn't been paying attention to the surroundings, I probably would have walked right by that, not even knowing. So well, lo and behold, if I didn't find another one just right off the trail here. And this one looks like it's supposed to be open. It'll be interesting to see. I'll have to maybe see what I can see here. Yeah. Just thought I'd keep a little bit of water there. Working our way out of Mitchell Canyon now. Sorry I couldn't get more video on that opening that we just found, but it was hard to get into and it just wasn't conducive for videoing. But I think I did get a good picture, so I'll put that on the video so that you can see what I saw. And we'll be working our way out of here. Thanks for coming along with me.